Hello. I will be going through a new initiative the math department is starting this year, and hopefully you will follow along. You probably have noticed that our gradebook is not set up to allow parents or students to follow the trend of a target score. As a math department, we have created a chart to allow your son or daughter to input their assessment scores, which we hope will allow them to analyze the trend of their work submitted. If you click on the link below, you will be taken to the Algebra 1 trend grade chart. In order to use this chart, please follow the directions below. Okay, and I'm going to click on that link in just a bit, but I'd like to talk about how to set things up. After you open the chart, make a copy so you can enter your assessment scores. Now, I'll go through how to open it and make a copy and all that kind of stuff. Now, some people are going to decide to print it off and then keep paper and pencil so they can just go through it. That's perfectly fine. But Google Docs is set up perfectly for what we're doing here, and I'll show you what I mean. Um, as you go through the semester, record your assessment scores on the trend grade chart. So every time you take an assessment and it's graded, just go to that grade chart and put the score in. Write what steps you need to follow to improve or maintain your scores. Evaluate the trend of your scores. Are your scores getting better or staying at a high level? Any incomplete scores on assessment should be retaken to achieve at least the basic level of a 2. Your final score for these targets is based on the trend of your scores for each target. Of course, you should strive to attain a 4 for each assessment in each target, but the goal is to improve your scores as you go through the semester. To get credit for this course, you must attain at least the basic level 2 of mastery for each target of the course. Any incomplete target scores at the end of the semester will result in not passing the course. Okay, so I'm going to click on this just like you should. This is a live link here. Oh, it's not going to let me click on it because I'm in another program. Oh, maybe it will. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to see if I can click on this. It does take a little bit of time to come up, but hopefully, let me close this down here. Okay, and here it is. Okay, now way at the top, it says My Trends, Algebra 1, Target 1. So we have Target 1, which is graphing, Target 2, which is solving, Target 3, which is writing, or Target 3, which is simplify, translate, and evaluate, and Target number 4, writing equations. Okay, so if you take a look here, now it's open. If you take a look for Target 1, you don't even do an assessment for Target 1 until week number 6. And then week 9, you do an assessment. Everything that we've been working on in Algebra 1 has really been Target 2 so far, which is solving equations. So that would be, so week number 2, we had 1.2 assessment and 1.3 assessment, okay? So what I'd like you to do is go into File, go into Make a Copy, and then you can call it anything you want. I might call it, I might get rid of this. Oops. I'm just going to get rid of this part. Algebra 1 trend grades, and I might just put Mr. Shanklin. And then when I go into my Google Documents, this will always come up. If I type in Algebra 1 trend grades, Mr. Shanklin, this document will always show up. Okay, so now I have a copy. Don't write on the original because then everybody will see it. So now let's say I already did my first, because we already have done assessment 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and 1.6. That's where you're supposed to be at the end of week 4. Let's say I scored a 2 on 1.2, and I scored a 3 on 1.3, and a 3 on 1.4, and a 4 here, and a 4 here, okay? And you can put down how to improve. Like for example here, let's say you were solving the equations and you didn't add the opposite to both sides. So you might just put a reminder, add opposite to both sides. Okay, and section 1.3 was multiplying, and maybe you didn't do the opposite operation, so you might just put a little note in there. Make sure you always do that. So now you can find your score. Now, trend grade, what we do is we look at the scores. Are they trending in a direction? Well, I look at this, and this person started off as a 2, then a 3, then a 3, then a 4, then a 4. The trend for this grade, if I was going to trend grade this right now, I would trend grade this as a 4. That would be my trend grade because they started off poorly, but they got better and better. And oh, now they're doing 4 work. Now let's say the trend starts going down. Well, obviously I would change that trend. But that's how trend grading works. We take a look at where are the kids making progress to get better and better. And in this case, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. The trend definitely is getting better. So my trend grade for this person, as of right now, would be a 4. Now, when I go back in the next couple weeks, now let's say this person 3, 3, 3. And if I go back in and I said, oh, I'm going to trend grade again, because we don't trend grade every week. Usually we wait a couple weeks so we get more and more assessments. Now if I took a look at the overall picture of this student, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, it looks like this student is trending toward a 3.